This week on Tech Trends, Nigeria Data Protection Commission holds meeting with data protection compliance organizations, urges them to follow new regulations or risk losing their licenses. Also on the program, I chat with a cybersecurity awareness evangelist, Confidence Stavely, and she shares insights on how both individuals and organizations can protect themselves against cyber threats. We'll give you more details in just a moment. A warm welcome to the program that takes you on a ride in 25 minutes to seek out innovation and creativity that are unique to Africa. I'm Olayemi Utunuga. The biggest ethical challenge AI is facing is jobs. You have to reskill your workforce, not just to create a wealthier society, but a fairer one. The Nigeria Data Protection Commission is urging data protection compliance organizations to follow new regulations or risk losing their licenses. At a meeting in Lagos, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, the National Commissioner, stressed the need for DPCOs to improve their performances and register more data processors. Last year, 19 DPCO licenses were revoked by the NDPC due to non-compliance, and Dr. Olatunji indicates that the Commission is ready to do the same this year if necessary. It's a meeting between the Nigeria Data Protection Commission and data protection compliance organizations, DPCOs, to discuss the issuance of new regulations and essential compliance services. Under the Nigerian Data Protection Regulation, a DPCO is any entity duly licensed for the purpose of training, auditing, consulting, and rendering services and products for the purpose of compliance with the regulation or any foreign data protection law having effect in Nigeria. In 2023, the Nigeria Data Protection Commission was established under the Nigeria Data Protection Act as the independent data protection authority overseeing all matters relating to personal data protection in Nigeria. Hence this collaborative session to discuss the critical role of DPCOs as key stakeholders in the ecosystem. According to the National Commissioner and CEO of the NDPC, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, 19 licenses of underperforming DPCOs were revoked in 2023, and the Commission plans to take similar actions this year.
We revoked 19 licenses based on the evaluation of what they did, what they submitted to us. We are going to do the same thing this year. So, DPCOs that are not really working, we may have to revoke some licenses. So all of us should buckle up and work, contribute to what we are trying to build. We opened the portal for registration of data controllers and processors, which is the first thing in implementing the law. Between when we opened and now, more than 3 months, we've not done up to 500 registration. Even not up to 400. Yet, we have over 500,000 data controllers and data processors of major importance in Nigeria. We've done a bit by creating awareness, put it out there that you register, but the work lies with you guys.
The establishment of a national certification to allow certified DPCOs in Nigeria to operate anywhere outside the country was also announced by the National Commissioner.
Let's have a national certification process, but in terms of standard, in terms of the curriculum, in terms of framework, in terms of delivery, it should be perfect or even better than what we have in any part of the world. And that is why in making that happen, we just licensed the Institute of Information Management as the national certification body. So we are trying our best to ensure that we put in place mechanisms to stimulate growth in this ecosystem, to give you recognition within Nigeria and outside, and to create massive job opportunities for you.
DPCOs play a crucial role in ensuring compliance with data protection laws. They are at the forefront, guiding businesses and institutions through the maze of regulations to protect personal data effectively. But what are some of the challenges they face?
This is an emerging industry, and when we talk about the level of awareness, I think a lot still needs to be done. So part of the challenges being faced by the DPCOs has to do with the lack of adequate awareness. A good number of the stakeholders within the ecosystem are even yet to understand what the law is saying and the roles and responsibilities they are supposed to play. Primarily, the custodian is the NDPC, and in the last couple of years, NDPC has actually been doing a lot in the area of awareness creation.
We consider that this entire data protection initiative, the law and all that, are yet new. And then the ecosystem is simply waking up. More organizations are realizing the need to ensure that they can have trust with their customers, their clients, both within the country and outside. So it's just something that we are just getting into.
As the NDPC rolls out new data protection regulations, both the Commission and DPCOs will need to work hand in hand to achieve their shared goal of enhancing data protection standards across Nigeria.
Tech tips. Emergency iPhone features to know about. Apple devices are among the most advanced technologies. This technology does not only help enhance the on-device experience, but also offers a number of features to tackle real-life emergencies. These features include fall detection, emergency SOS, and many more. Do note that they can only help you if you know how to use them correctly. If these features are not turned on, they cannot help you. Here are emergency iPhone and iWatch features that are helpful in real-life scenarios. Emergency SOS. With this feature, the user can quickly and easily call for help and alert the emergency contacts. One way to dial an emergency call is to press and hold the side button and the volume button for a few seconds, then swipe the emergency SOS slider to the right. Another way is to press and hold the side button and the volume button. Continue holding them until the countdown begins and the SOS call is placed. Crash detection. Automatic emergency calls after your device detects a crash are supported with iPhone 14 and later, Apple Watch Series 8 and later, Apple Watch SE Gen 2 and Apple Watch Ultra and later. If one is in a car crash, an iPhone and Apple Watch can automatically call emergency services. Your device will start a countdown and sound an alarm before the call. However, the iPhone and Apple Watch cannot detect all crashes. Emergency contacts. Here's how a user can set up or update emergency contacts. 1. Go to the settings and search for emergency SOS. Here, the user will find an option to edit emergency contacts in Health button. 2. The users can also use the Health app. Tap on your profile in the top right, a window will open up showing medical ID. By clicking on this option, the user can edit or add the emergency contacts of choice. To the basics. Did you know Facebook was originally a directory of freshmen with their names and pictures? Mark Zuckerberg came up with the idea for Facebook while he was a student at Harvard University. As a student, he thought of a way of bringing the existing social experience of college onto the internet. The Facebook, as it was known at the time, was a platform to allow Harvard students use their .edu email addresses and photos to connect with one another. The inspiration for it came from an editorial in the Harvard Crimson on Zuckerberg's first website called Face Smash. The site allowed users rate the attractiveness of their fellow students based on their profile pictures. This early project was what evolved into the Facebook, which was launched in 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg and his Harvard colleagues. The company dropped "the" from its name after purchasing the domain name facebook.com in 2005, and it became known simply as Facebook. The platform was made available for high school students, and in 2006, it became accessible to the general public. Facebook quickly became the leading social networking website in the world. Facebook, a book of faces. How much do you really know the tech world? Put your knowledge to the test with these trivia questions. The first Android-powered device from Samsung Mobile also became the first in a long-running product line for the company. What was the name of this device? Samsung Galaxy, Samsung Nexus, Samsung Note, Samsung Wave. Samsung Galaxy is the answer. Placed in the chest to monitor or correct abnormal heart rhythms, the medical device known as an ICD is short for implantable cardioverter wart. Device, detector, dialysis, defibrillator. The answer is defibrillator. What Google software, debuting in 2016, offers vocal help to Google mobile and smart home device owners? This virtual helper's name implies that its job is to help you reach your goals. Google Now, Google Home, Google Voice, Google Assistant. You got it, Google Assistant. What technology company, now mostly known as a telecommunications giant, gained mass market popularity with its release of the Razr cell phone in 2004, which became the best-selling clamshell cell phone in the world? Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, LG. You got it. Hello, Moto. It's Motorola.
Over the past couple of years, we've witnessed the rapid emergence of new technologies and a surge in the use of social media. However, we're also seeing a rise in threats from cybercriminals and online fraudsters. As more people embrace the digital world, many are unaware of the importance of online safety and the risks involved. Joining us this week is cybersecurity expert and founder of CyberSafe Foundation, Confidence Stavely, who will share insights on how we can better secure our presence online. confidence, I think you would agree that as more people go online, the issue of safety is often overlooked, which poses significant risk. Now, as a cybersecurity expert, what are some of your recommendations on how to better secure our online presence?
One of the first things I would say about how everyday people can keep themselves safe online is to secure their accounts with a strong password, and even go beyond having a strong password, but also turn on two-factor authentication everywhere possible. I say this because a lot of times cyber safety is hampered from the fact that they don't have strong defenses. Like you won't have your door, you won't leave your house and leave your door open or your gate open. You will lock it, or you have a security person at the gate, or you would have barbed wire fences. That's the same way we need to protect our accounts, our social media accounts, our email accounts. The next key tip I'm going to give everyone here listening to me right now is to also have an antivirus software installed on your devices. This is going to help you be able to detect, viruses and many other types of malware. By malware, I mean harmful code for your devices. So it's important to have that. But it's also very important to be able to know harmful emails or malicious emails from ordinary communications, because that's the way most cyber attacks begin. They begin by sending you an email that is harmful. From there, you click a link, you provide additional information that is confidential, or do something that puts you at risk. So it's important to do that, and you're able to tell which email is genuine from the one that is not. Another key tip I'm going to give is updating your defenses. It's important that when you have your phone or any other device, you constantly look out for updates, because those updates give you more security features to keep your phones and every other device or tool that you use secure and safe. I like to say it makes it obonge, stronger for you.
Now let's talk about cyber attacks, which are a growing concern. What are some simple ways to detect and respond to them?
Thank you so much. I really like the idea of, discussing this, detection and response, because a lot of people usually just talk about detection, but don't talk about response. And for detection, I want to say that first and foremost, you need to know how something behaves, and if it doesn't behave the same way, you quickly are able to pick it up. A lot of the tools and platforms that we use as it has to do with technology these days, generally will give you those signs. So, for example, the social media accounts. In your settings and in your security settings, most platforms that you currently use will tell you where you're currently logged into. So you should keep an eye on where your accounts are logged in from, to be able to know if anything seems unfamiliar to you or something looks off before it gets too late. Because sometimes before you know it, you're logged out of your business account and you no longer have your storefront anymore, or your website is hacked and you no longer have access to your storefront anymore, and it's, funds are diverted somewhere else. Or before you know it, your files are locked and you don't have any way of accessing those files anymore for your business, or you're locked out of the way you make money, basically speaking. So it's important that you know how these things behave and you keep an eye on the monitoring tools you put in place. And this is where know what you have is very important. Okay, it's important that you then look at how they will behave on a good day. A good tip I would also share here is having some monitoring tools, and that's where an antivirus could also help. And some other tools that we've bundled in this toolkit as well that can help you monitor what's happening across your devices, monitor what's happening across your network. And some of these tools, for example, can monitor who is on your network and who has connected to your Wi-Fi, because from there on, a lot of cyber criminals can walk around laterally within your organization. So it's important that you have the monitoring tools. And then on the detection side of things as well, when you monitor and you do the right things with the settings, you should get alerts when something is wrong, or you should get to know when something is wrong. And knowing what to do when something is wrong is very important. From the personal perspective, I mean, one of the key ways you can respond to cyber attacks in the case of maybe your card being stolen or money's being pulled out of your account, is to quickly, first and foremost, have the short code for your bank to quickly stop debit on your account. That is one way, from a personal perspective, that you can respond to cyber attacks. So for anyone listening to the sound of my voice right now, if you do not know what short code your bank uses to quickly from any phone stop debits on your account, you should concern yourself with finding that out. And generally speaking, it's important to always have cybersecurity professionals on speed dial for in case you have any incidents that need to be responded to.
Confidence, cybercrime is one of the most common forms of international crimes, and it is constantly on the rise. Do you think we're giving this threat the level of attention it needs as a country?
I would say yes and no. We have done considerably a good amount of work towards cybercrime issues. One, we have an updated national cybersecurity strategy that has been created by using globally recognized standards, globally recognized ways of doing it. Basically, it's been created using or pulling together resources from different industries. So it was more like a multi-stakeholder approach to creating this strategy. So, and that's very fantastic. Where we are lagging behind right now is implementing a lot of the plans that are put together in that strategy. And I'm hoping that the agencies involved very soon be able to secure everything they need to begin to do that, because it takes a lot for that strategy to be implemented. Another key thing I want to mention here as well is, as a people, we tend to also grapple with many other economic issues. So it can be sort of understandable why, until someone is a victim, they won't prioritize cybersecurity. But I also want to signpost here as well that the risk or what people stand to lose by not prioritizing cybersecurity, and what as a country we tend to lose, is very, very high. Case in point is the reputation we're losing as a country around, well-meaning citizens going about their businesses because of the rate of cybercrime that's emanating from our country. And the people who are doing legitimate businesses, get to pay the price for this particular reputation that we have so badly earned ourselves. So as a country, I believe that we can do more. We can do more from the perspective of not just looking at cybercrime and discouraging cybercrime from just punitive measures, but also other ways that we can boost our economy to give young people other options and make cybercrime less and less attractive to them for them to go in that route. Because right now, cybercrime is a crime that has low entry barriers and very high benefits. To be very, 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 very factual here.
Well, Confidence, let me take you back a bit. You made reference to the national cybersecurity policy and strategy. How effective is it in addressing current cybersecurity risks in the country?
I would say that because of the multi-stakeholder approach it was given, and very, very up-to-date risk that were highlighted in that document, it is by itself a very good document that we can definitely, implement and get us up to speed. I would say that if you look at our strategy side by side, a lot of other strategies across Africa, Nigeria's strategy is very good. There were very great experts put together to create it. However, it would then come from, not just that document being a guide, but also seeing that document play out. And that's where we are sort of, experiencing a bit of a lacuna there. We need to be able to see that strategy really implemented and see the benefits of implementing it. Because a key thing to note as well is that when our growing digital economy is threatened by cyber risk and cyber issues, we, as a technology giant of Africa, we are definitely losing quite a lot from all of the prospects of prosperity that the digital economy can give us as a nation if cybercrime remains at this level.
Thank you, Confidence, for being a part of the show this week. It's always a pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
And it's a wrap on the show this week. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you are interested in keeping track of how tech-savvy innovators are crafting homegrown solutions using technology in the country, well, keep watching Tech Trends, because we will continue to showcase them for you. from startups to big techs and, of course, inventful thinkers. Also, if you missed any parts of the show, you can always catch up on the Channels TV YouTube accounts where we have all of our episodes. And I encourage you to watch, share, and like your favorite editions. For Tech Trends, I'm Olayemi Otunuga. Bye for now.